Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the F1 2020 My Team here on the channel. ChesnoidPlays, of course, on the second channel. If those of you watching on the stream right now, if you aren't subscribed to the second channel, you're wondering where the F1 uploads have gone from the main channel. It's because they're over on the second channel. So head on over to ChesnoidPlays and subscribe if you haven't. Those of you that are watching on ChesnoidPlays, thank you for coming across and subscribing. Apologies, it's been a few days, but we're back today with the Belgian Grand Prix on the wheel, evidently, as you can see. And we're in, well, a good run of form, I think. A good run of form is probably the best way to phrase it. 5 wins from the last 6 Grand Prix, channeling our inner Valtteri Bottas, who won 4 of the opening 5. And hopefully we can continue our assault on the constructors and drivers' titles today. We will have to do well. I'm not that good at Spa, and obviously on the wheel I'm going to be slightly worse. Actually, what I do need to do, I just remembered, I need to drop the difficulty because I'm on the wheel. And we'll just head straight to practice. So if you're watching on YouTube, do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going to pop my gloves on and get ready with practice. Right, that will do us for this practice session. We've got enough resource points there to get us through. I'm barely going to get any more if I continue to go again, so we'll take it. But, yeah, I think I might up the difficulty to like 97 here with the wheel now. The car is so good, and I'm making slight improvements personally. We'll try it. We'll try quali at 97 difficulty. And then if I'm like way down the order, then obviously we'll drop it back to 95 for the race. But I'd rather experiment in quali and be able to rectify it for the race than to experiment in the race and then have to razz around with a difficulty setting that isn't correct for 44 laps of a really long track. Right, through on that one set. Now we'll try and get through on the other set. I won't try and go brave with strategy because we are obviously on a more difficult setting, so I'll still try and get through on the softs, which we will get much better around there. That puts me P5, I think it was. I think that put us P5. It did. It did. We're through to Q3 with a P5 in Q2. Definitely not going to have enough for pole, but we might be able to get ourselves into the top 5 perhaps. Ah, really poor exit. Ah, I ruined the end of the lap. It's like P8 or 9, I think. Yeah, P9. Going up from 95 to 97 difficulty on the wheel has made a difference. We'll drop it to 96. Boss wants a podium, and I'm 9th. Like Jeff, literally, I am the boss. Prediction P4. Okay, Martin, I shall try and beat P4. Not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. Oh. Tried to throw it up the inside of everyone at Eau Rouge. Not Eau Rouge, La Source. And we managed to get up to P6 from P9 already.
We're accumulating some wear on the MG UK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode. DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead.
I have to
and
go
in the DRS zone.
neck and neck with Danny Rick through Eau Rouge and up to Radion. That was bloody close. I'm going to go defensive, but it's probably not going to do much. Not with DRS available now. Here comes Danny Kvyat as well. And they've pushed me into a wall. Cheers, lads. Appreciate that. That was very kind of you. Leclerc and Verstappen battling hard. It's slowing everybody up. Yellow flag behind. Not sure what for. I think it's Mercedes. I think Bottas has stopped. Valtteri Bottas is out of the race. Bottas, our championship rival, will not finish at Spa. Why is Valtteri Bottas retiring from the Grand Prix? His engine's given up. His car's given up the ghost. Looks like a mechanical failure, not an engine failure. It's just a mechanic. Oh no, there's the smoke. Bottas's engine is gone. Well, that does me a massive favour, because that means our main championship rival is now out of this race. And where did Ricciardo go? Did Ricciardo pit? Daniel Ricciardo's in. What happened to Ricciardo? Oh, he spun. Ricciardo was on my inside and just binned it. Ricciardo binned it coming out of La Source. All on his own. Well done, mate. Aitken is past Leclerc in front as well. Jack up past one of the Ferraris. Go on, Jack, son. I'm going to pit like lap 10, I think, for a set of mediums, and then try and make them last as long as possible, but I'm going to have to probably go on to another set of softs. I do have another set of softs, thankfully. He has DRS, but it's not going to be enough to save him from us. He's gone defensive. We will get the move done. And Aitken makes the move on Verstappen too, but as I'm looking at that, I've gone deep myself. Can we keep the position against Charles? He's going to have the inside line for this. We'll give him room.
Hamilton's out in front.
And he's going to have the inside line for Rivaz as well. Again, we'll give him room. I'm just going to try and hold it around the outside, which we've done well. And we are up to P5. And Aitken is up into a podium position in P3. Jack is driving very well today. Slightly further behind this lap. Mucked up La Source. Sainz has taken Ricciardo. Oh no, Ricciardo's battling with someone else, I think. I think we might have to try and undercut these two. I think I'll pit lap 12. I think I'll pit lap 12, depending on tyre wear. And what everyone else does. If someone else tries to undercut, then I'll blink straight away. I don't know when Jack's pitting, no. I can only ask how many stops they have left. I can't ask when they're stopping, unfortunately. We are pulling away from Sainz and Ricciardo behind. Did the Ferrari pit? Did Leclerc pit? No, he's just behind Ricciardo now. Leclerc's dropped behind Ricciardo down to 8th. Really struggling, Leclerc, since we overtook him. Still no one thinking about pitting.
Keep pushing. You're gaining on the car ahead. The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap.
Okay, we got a run on Verstappen here now. We got a run on Max. We got a run on him. Into Rich. DRS. His DRS is going to help him though, but I could go for it at the end of the Kemmel Straight. We're both catching on Jack, which is the issue. So if I'd have tried to dive bomb on Max there, I would have run into my teammate because he would have been in the way. He went defensive to try and defend from Verstappen, which... Oh, mistake from Max.
Be aware, we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
Max's back end stepped on him there. It's a sign that the AI's tyres are starting to go. Or at least Max's tyres are starting to go anyway. Ah, no, cheers. Mine are too. I will pit lap 12 for a set of mediums, I think. And we'll try and get them as far as we can before probably having to pit stop again before the end of the race. Verstappen and Max battling hard. Sorry, Verstappen and Max. Verstappen and Jack battling hard. Side by side for 3 corners there, but Jack is going to win out. Come on, Jackie boy. No, you know what? I'm going to pick this lap. Oh, Jack's rear end step that time. Because if these two are going to battle and cost each other time, they're just going to cost me time as well. I'm going to box this lap.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
I'm going to pit this lap, unless Jack does. I'm going to pit this lap, put on a set of mediums and try and undercut these two in front and get myself onto the podium. Right, into the pits for stop number 1 then. Right, here we go for a set of mediums. Hoping that they'll continue to fight, lose time, and I can make it up in the pit stop. That's the plan. That's the plan. 2.2 second stops, decent.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
So we've come out right next to Latifi in 19th place. Oh, I could have really done with some fresh air to come back out into. Getting stuck behind these guys might actually cost me my chance of my undercut, annoyingly. Alright, come on.
Okay, the gap behind is 20.0 seconds.
Oh, Nick! He squeezed me there. He did not leave a car's width on the right-hand side of the track. I nearly had to take to the grass. I had to get right out the throttle. That was dangerous from Nicholas Latifi. But I am getting screwed, stuck behind traffic, you're right. It's probably going to cost me my overcut. My plan is not going to work. There are a number of others in the pits, Leclerc as well.
Aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race.
That's how much getting stuck behind the traffic cost me. I've only just come out ahead of Carlos Sainz. Move. Whoa! Did you see him then? He swerved to come back to the racing line just as I was about to go past him. Kevin Magnussen, that is naughty, mate. That is really naughty and dirty too. That would imagine if that happened in real life. That'd have been scary as fuck. Alex, not
Jack
Alex.
is in the pits.
Jack's in the pits, as well as Max Verstappen. Jack and Max Verstappen in the pits. This is where we find out if our undercut is how unfortunate we're going to be with our undercut, because we should, if we'd have come out in clear air, we should have overtaken our teammate. Yeah, fastest lap of the Grand Prix, but it's probably not going to mean much. Yep. There's Max. We have not been able to perform the undercut because we got stuck in traffic. If anything, we've lost time.
Car ahead is coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres.
We've undercut Jack. We have undercut Jack. But we haven't been able to get past Verstappen. So we're actually running a net 4th now. Max is going to go for it. Is he? No. Oh my god, they're going to be so slow around here. No, they're not. They managed to keep it going. I'm going to have to get out of it. I can't try and throw it at the inside of 2 of them. Oh no, Jack's in front of me, look. Jack is in front of me. My mistake. Jack's in front of me. Jack has been able to get ahead of Verstappen. So we are still running a net 5th. Now some overtaking to do on track. So I'm pretty sure the AI are going to be able to make their tyres last all the way to the end. So I'm going to have to do that myself. Around the outside of Max Verstappen, maybe keep it on the track. We've done that well, and we have taken the Ferrari. That was a late move, but it was a good move. And Jack Aitken's trying to do exactly the same to Roman Grosjean in the Racing Point in front. And Jack's through too. Back up to P4 for Jack Aitken. And I am now P6. Grosjean in front is yet to pit, and there's a Renault further down the road as well that's currently P3 that's yet to pit too. I imagine that's Pierre Gasly. So yes, we are now running a net P4. I enjoyed both of those moves, both pulling off my own and watching Jack pull off his. Down the inside of Roman Grosjean, make it stick. Yes, I enjoyed that one too. Up to P4 with Gasly pitting as well. Albon is 5 seconds down the road. So because my plan for the undercut didn't work, I'm now running basically where I was, but with older tyres than those around me now. So now I'm praying that my tyre wear is better than theirs, better than the cars around me, so that I can make the most of this medium set and try and at least get myself onto the podium. But at the minute, we have a podium for the team at the very least, which is good news. If I keep winging the car around like that, it's not going to do my tyres any good. So it does genuinely look now like we're on this set of tyres till the end of the Grand Prix. Jack Aitken, oh no, Jack set the fastest lap of the race, then I set the fastest lap of the race. We might have a bit of a back and forth for fastest lap point in this Grand Prix.
Hamilton has the lead.
And we both set fastest laps between us, and then Max sets one behind us as well. Just can't quite get close enough to Jack. We're both closing in on Albon though. Notice that gap was 5 seconds, it's now 3.8. So between us, myself and Jack are closing in on Alex Albon, which is good news. But I can't quite get close enough to Jack to try and get myself on the podium at the minute. But when we both catch Alex Albon, that will back Jack up into me. So I don't need to be too gung-ho. With the pace that we're both running at right now, Albon will come back to me when we catch up with Alex. Thank you for the subscription. I will read that in a moment. There's a long message attached to that, so I'm going to have to pause to read that, I'm afraid, so bear with me. You reckon lap 33 if I pit? Where on the cut? I'll come out 12th if I pit now. And where is 25% after 14 laps? 25% after 14 laps. And there are still 17 laps to go. But I'm really losing time on those in front now. Really losing time. Max is within DRS range of Albon now. Sorry, Jack is within DRS range of Albon now. Jack's going to be going for a P2 in a minute. Everyone else is going to be one-stopping, Ryan. When I ask about the situation with everybody else, Jeff doesn't tell me anything about pit stops. Everyone else is going to be able to make their medium tyres last till the end. I could do the same as well, but they'll just be really worn. True, with Bottas having retired and being ahead of Leclerc right now, do we just stick with what we've got? Aitken is ahead of Albon. Jack Aitken has taken Alex Albon. Go on, Jack. Question is, does Aitken have the pace to challenge Lewis in first? What I want to know is, can I catch Albon? Can I catch Albon? If I can catch Albon and stand a chance of a podium, then surely I have to try and stay on this worn set of tyres. True, constructors as well, with Jack doing so well, will swing even more in our favour. Although with Lewis in first, that will certainly do Mercedes a big helping hand with Bottas not finishing. so far Jack has the fastest lap point as well, which is good news. Driven really poorly in that middle sector then. Now I've got Daniel all over me. How close Daniel is now, man. He's just been sat within half a second on me forever. The car just doesn't want to stop into La Source anymore. Daniel's going to get me this lap. Daniel's going to get me. Now maybe, not like that, so maybe I could sit in Daniel's DRS range and try and catch those in front. But then with one mistake through fucking Rivage, that entire plan's gone, because now I'm over a second behind Daniel. No, pitting for softs isn't the right call. I only have a used set. They won't last long enough. They'll be gone within 6 laps. They'll be useless within 6 laps. Now this is the play. Stay with Daniel as we both catch Albon together. And the gap to Albon is closing dramatically. It's now under 5. It was over 6. Oh, he's taken Jack again. Aitken down to 3rd. If they're going to fight, then the two of us can catch them. We could make it a 4-way fight for 2 podium spots. 4.2 to Aitken and Albon. Sticking with Daniel behind him is genuinely helping us catch those in front. They've had to pass some traffic as well. We utilised this tactic somewhere else previously, didn't we? I just put the fastest lap of the race in, thank you. Take that, Alex Albon. Leave my fastest lap alone, will you? I want that extra point. I'm going to need that extra point.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
Got to get back within a second of Daniel, with 3.9 to Aitken and Albon. They are continuing to fight and cost each other time. This podium is not gone yet. With 10 laps to go, it's not over yet. Albon and Jack going for it again at the end of the Kemmel Straight. And what I don't want to do is get close enough to Daniel so that he starts going defensive on me.
The turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
I need to keep within DRS range of Daniel, but not be close enough that he starts to go defensive. Otherwise, the two in front will pull away from us again. It's such a fine balance we're having to play right now, to be within touch of Daniel, but to keep him going flat out so that we both catch on Albon and Jack Aitken as they continue to battle for 2nd and 3rd. It's helping Lewis in 1st as well and will help him win the Grand Prix. 3 seconds to Albon and Aitken. 3 seconds. Putting it on 96 has made it more entertaining, has it? I'm glad you're enjoying. That's good to hear. It's good feedback. Thank you, mate. Don't go defensive, Daniel. We need to catch the other two. 2.4 seconds to the two in front. I'm actually going to give Daniel a bit more room here. Drop back a bit. See, by causing Daniel to go defensive through that corner and then we both lost time, we'd actually lost half a second on the two in front. That's why I have to stay a little bit further back. God, this is such a fine balance. This is such a tactical Grand Prix right now. 2.4 to Jack and Albon. 2.4. I'm actually easing off the throttle there so I don't get close enough to Ricciardo to make him go defensive. And it's now 2.2 to Albon and Jack. Daniel and I are right in a hunt for a podium, and don't write either of us off for getting it either. Jack's actually pulled away a bit from Alex now. If you look at the mini-map, coming down towards the very bottom of the track, Jack's actually opened up a bit of a gap on Albon. He's making his second place more and more secure with every passing corner. He may only be third that potentially is up for grabs, but if it's up for grabs, I want to try and grab it. Lance Stroll's out the session. He's retired. Presumably engine related. I would check, but I'm a bit in the zone at the minute. Yeah, now is going to be the time to try and take Daniel and then close in on Albon, because Daniel's progress on Albon is kind of slowed. It's just hovering between 1.2 and 1.5 seconds behind Albon and not really getting any closer. Jack's a clear second, Jack Aitken will finish second in this Grand Prix, which is a great result for the team, but I'm trying.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop. I'm going to
try and make it a double Chesnoid Racing podium if I can. Under 2 seconds to Alex Albon now, with 3.5 laps to go. This is the lap I need to try and take Daniel if I can. Here we go. For P4.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
P4 taken. Now I've got myself 2.5 laps to try and catch and take Albon. Come here, Alex. I'm going to have to use all my battery just to try and get close to him. And then save battery for a couple of laps. To then try and get past him. We might get a fastest lap of the race here if I can nail the final chicane. We have fastest lap of the Grand Prix.
That's a new fastest lap of the race.
1.1 seconds to Alex Albon. Oh, I've gone wide. And the gap is 1.6 again. There you go, one mistake, and that's P3 gone. God damn it. Albon gets a podium in Mugello. He's going to get a podium at Spa, unfortunately for me. I closed it to 1.1 seconds and then just made a vital error. Unfortunately, I'm just not going to be able to get close enough now. I went wide at this corner the lap before, and that's what's cost me. Not necessarily cost me the place, because Alex might well have just held on, but it's cost me the chance of fighting for it. It's fine. It's okay. P4 from a P9 start is still a very good result. Jack is going to get a P2 for the team, so we are going to... Oh, piss off, brilliant fucking penalties. Too busy trying to deliver a piece of commentary to camera, do you mind? Oh, God. So Jack is going to get a P2 for the team. So thankfully, we will get a decent haul of points for the Constructors' Championship as Lewis wins the Grand Prix. Leclerc's going to finish behind us. Bottas DNF'd. So we are going to extend our gap at the top of the table, the top of the drivers' standings and constructors' standings, but unfortunately, it's no podium for us here in Spa. Who is driver of the day? And you're right, Martin, you did call it. Fair play, you did call it. I said it was, at the time, I said I didn't think it was feasible, but we have pulled it off. Thank you for the follow, Ayan Mohammed, as well. Welcome to the channel, mate. So we get ourselves a P4. Jack is on the podium there. We'll let him celebrate his podium.
Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes.
I tried to catch Albon. I couldn't do it. No, I don't think. Did we nick fastest lap? I don't think so. GG, Jack. Well done, mate. we are going to go up a level in the podium pass now, which is good, now that it's back. Or now that there's a new one. Oh my god. We unlocked some gloves and a thingy. Oh, have I not? I haven't bought the podium pass. I need to do that. No, Lewis got fastest lap. Lewis got fastest lap by 4/10 as well. Look, by a good nearly 4/10. But from 6th to 2nd for Jack, very, very pleased with the way Jack Aitken is racing. We are not missing Ocon. We're not missing Ocon. 9th to 4th for us. In the standings, we've pulled away a little bit from Valtteri. We're now 18 points clear of him in 2nd. Jack Aitken is up to 13th. Jack Aitken is up to 13th. Charles Leclerc, the gap to him is now 56. And at the top of the Constructors, we've toppled Mercedes and are now 10 points clear of them at the top of the Constructors standings. So we are making progress. But you're right, we're not missing Ocon, and I genuinely thought we would. Hello, Claire.
Really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
Jack made it look easy. I don't know about me. I certainly tried hard. There was no struggle. I pushed as hard as I could, and I definitely did.
Your teammate is up on the podium today. This is a great thing for the team, isn't it?
It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And you're right,
Your teammate
Tom.
beat you today. Was it a setup issue or something else?
It's my loss, but their win. I can't take away from them. I certainly can't. Aitken has been a happy accident. Shout out Bob Ross.
Today, wasn't it?
Oh, they were just friendly nudges. That's fine. Thank you for the bits, Official SD.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Thank you, Claire. See you, Clive, the cameraman. It's typical. Lewis was nowhere until we started this rivalry, and then all of a sudden, he's the fastest man on the grid. So this is going to bring the YouTube video to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course, and subscribe to the channel on ChesnoidPlays so you don't miss out on any more. FIFA 21 content is going up on the main channel. Link in the description. Chesnoid Gaming. FIFA 21 content is going up now. So go ahead and check it out. That goes for you guys in stream as well. But for the YouTube video, that's all for me for today. Thankfully, it's going to be a dry Italian Grand Prix, which will be tomorrow's stream, or part of tomorrow's stream, which is going to be a long one. But for now, thank you very much for watching the YouTube video. I'll see you next time.